The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Rick Hall with Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna. Give Rick a call for auto, home, business, and life insurance needs. Find out more online at rayburn.net. I'm Danny Brewer. I'm back now. I'm happier than a hog in slop because I got the Dean of Rutherford County High School football coaches on the line, Coach Matt Williams of Smyrna. Coach, how are you this morning? Coach, are you? Hey, Coach, Danny Brewer here. Like I just told everybody, I'm happier than a hog in slop because I've got you on the phone. How you doing this morning, Coach?
I'm doing okay. Sun came up, and obviously didn't like the result from last night, but I'm doing all right.
Well, Coach, tough loss for Smyrna on the road. I want to talk about a couple of Bulldog moments first and foremost. After the opening kickoff, there was a very scary moment for everybody on both sidelines. One of the longtime Bulldog supporters went down. I think he got hit. I don't know. I was standing 15 feet from him, and I didn't see what happened. But Dennis Johnson, who has been a member of the Bulldog family for probably 5 or 6 decades at least, went down. But here's the Bulldog moment. Man, everybody rallied around him, and, it was so scary, but people immediately rushed. The staff immediately was there, and may have saved his life. I don't know, but he's doing okay now, right, Coach? Give me a little update on Dennis or what you know about it.
Yeah, they went to the hospital last night. I talked to Janet last night and this morning. Very scary situation, but he's doing okay. I think he got hit his head, but we got to him. He was unresponsive, and just kudos to everybody involved. Our trainer Chris Fett, our offensive line coach Jason Pitts was quick to act, and Jason actually started CPR, and luckily after about 3 compressions, Dennis sort of came to, and I was unzipping the AED. It was very scary. We cut off I think he's mad this morning because we cut his sweatshirt off. But scared us all. Dennis is such a huge part of our program, and and Miss Janet, his wife, they're obviously family to me, and so pretty scary moment. But thank goodness, I think it was just he got hit his head. I think he'll be okay. He's very sore, but other than that, I think it's good.
Yeah, Coach, because I've known both those people, Miss Janet and Dennis, pretty much my whole life. So, yeah, we all were very frightened. But, like I said, how the Bulldogs just jumped on it and Pitts and everybody with that situation, fantastic. Now, here's the second Bulldog moment I want to talk about. So, opening kickoff, this stuff happens. Everybody's frightened, scared to death. The first play from scrimmage for Smyrna is a pick 6 going the other way. So you're down 7-0. You don't know what's happened to one of the great Bulldogs. So there's all this stuff swirling around you. But how the offense answered on the next possession with that drive, to me, one of the best drives of the year for Smyrna. Talk about that and how your team answered the call to knot it up at 7-7.
Yeah, like you said, you can't draw up a worse start. And I thought our offensive line, I was very proud of our offensive line last night. I thought we ran the ball extremely well. All those guys, I think I haven't watched the film, but I would say had their best game. And you had our running backs, Aiden Augustine and R.J. Williams, did a great job. And just very proud of them, their maturity, how they came back. And we talk about having a next play mentality, not worrying about the scoreboard or things that have already happened, and our kids took that to heart and did a great job there. And I thought we really did a good job the first half. And for the most part, all game, I told them we had to do a good job on special teams and could not have turnovers. And unfortunate turnovers would bit us last night. But overall, I'm very proud of our kids. I thought we played really hard and competed even down right to the end, and had some unfortunate things happen that derailed us. But like I said, I'm proud of them.
And you got every right to be too. Coach, you mentioned the special teams kicking game, 2 for 2 on field goals. How about that?
Yeah, that's proud of LeBar Noor, our kicker. Our protection was really good. Snap, Grayson Pitts has done a good job with that all year. Britton Junkins, our quarterback, is our holder, did a good job. And, I was proud of us there at the end. I was sort of letting the clock run. I'm sure people were mad, but I was trying. We were on the negative side of the 50, and I did not want to give Brentwood the ball back. I had, I think, 2 timeouts at the time, and we got a big penalty, 15-yard penalty, and it sort of changed things. And we were able to get down there in a 2-minute drill and call timeout, I think, with about 4 seconds left, execute the field goal. So I was proud of those guys and thought we were right where we wanted to be at halftime.
No, absolutely, 14-13 at the half. Talk about Augustine. Kid ran the football really hard, played good on defense too. Senior, right? Aiden Augustine, senior?
Yeah. I thought he played really good. Proud of Aiden, what he did. And, we got put in a tough situation. We had a kid, make a selfish decision this week and get suspended, and it put us in some tough situations as far as depth. But like you said, Aiden was a man last night. Had to play both sides of the ball, which would have had more relief if we'd had that other player. But proud of him, he answered, and proud of RJ. RJ Williams came in and added a spark and had some really good runs as well.
Yeah, because RJ Williams, sophomore, is that what he is?
Yeah, sophomore. Yeah, we had, it's one of those years that we had a lot of sophomores contribute. You know how that is. It's a bad thing, but it's also going to be a good thing because a lot of kids got a lot of time, and it'll pay off down the road.
Yeah, because Williams, with his slashing runs, I think he did a really good job of reading his blocks and then cutting in the hole, and like I said, had some explosive runs.
Yeah, he's quick as a cat. I've been watching RJ, since he was Rocky Fort middle, and I was excited about getting him, and he's done a really good job. We moved him from receiver, played some corner early in the year. We moved him to receiver, and just knew we needed somebody at the running back position with a little spark, and he came in against East Nashville's first action he had, and we saw immediately what he could do. So we look forward to him doing that for the next couple of years. Because
he's a kid that can provide those breakaway. He's a breakaway threat because, the kid, he, like I said, he's got some moves and he's got some speed.
Yeah, he does, and not say Aiden doesn't. Aiden's elusive, and really elusive runner as well. He just doesn't have quite the top end speed RJ does. But again, our offensive line, I thought last night, Grayson Pitts and C.J. Griffin and Brett Williams and Jesse Villanueva, and I'm gonna leave somebody out, but thought they did a wonderful job. Will McKnight did a wonderful job last night, and I was just proud of how those kids reacted.
Coach, I want to talk about a couple more Bulldogs, and they're on the staff, and they've been with you for a little bit. You got a great staff, but the two that I want to talk about are Jason Pitts, who we talked about, mentioned him as far as helping out with Dennis Johnson, but talk about the job that Pitts does as far as, because, man, he flat gets after it as a coach.
Yeah, he does. The coach is hard, and, again, I'm almost ashamed to say I actually coached Jason his senior year. Not I didn't necessarily coach him. I was an assistant on staff, but I've known Jason a long time, obviously, and he does a great job. And he's invaluable all the things he does, not just on the field but behind the scenes. He's big in our recruiting. He's the guy that handles recruiting for me and the kids' academics and grades. And so Jason's a Smyrna Bulldog through and through, obviously. And it's been it obviously hurts to lose a game like that, but I always tell our kids, what do you think before? And I think, Jason will look back and he'll really relish the time he got to coach his son, Grayson. And, I'm blessed too because, I got to coach my son. Obviously, Keller was a Smyrna Bulldog and got to coach my nephew, Breck. His last game was last night for us. And so a lot of things to be thankful for, and it's pretty neat. My brother and I both played center. My son, Keller, was a center for us, and Breck was a center for us, so sort of a family tradition there.
Yeah, that's neat stuff. Another one of your staff, Coach Villarreal. He is fantastic through and through. I mean, not only because he's your weightlifting coach, all this stuff. So talk a little bit about Coach V and what he does and what he's doing for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I was lucky. He played, Gabe played with my brother at Tennessee Tech, and it was actually sort of neat. Mr. Rakes, that was Mr. Rakes' last hire, and before he retired, like he told me, he said, "Hey, if you got anybody you want to hire, you need to get done now." And that was his last hire, and I think Mr. Rakes is proud of that, and he should be because Gabe does a fantastic job, and I think he's one of the best strength coaches in the state or in the nation for that matter. And does a really good job with our defense. And, we're blessed to have a lot of good football coaches. My brother, it's not because he's my brother, but Mark does a fantastic job. And He had a lot of this year we knew going in was going to be a lot of new faces on offense, new quarterback. Had a couple offensive linemen, but skill was going to be new, and I thought he did a good job of what he had. He's a former head coach. I'm blessed to have a lot of former head coaches on staff. And, we got Doug Green, who was the Coffee County most recently, so head coach, and Lance White, who was a defense coordinator in Independence for a long time, had a lot of success. And, we've got a really good staff. We're blessed to have that. And, they do a great job.
Coach, I know the season's over now and didn't end the way you wanted it to, but you got to be proud of what you have accomplished. Talk a little bit about the future and what's coming for the Bulldogs, you think?
Yeah, we've got a lot of experience coming back. We'll have to retool our offensive line, and we got have to find a new quarterback. But we've got a lot of young guys. We had 2 kids this year, sophomores and a junior that played a lot in the JV games and did a good job. Gianni Allen is a junior coming up for us. A.J. Jackson and Ezekiel Key are all quarterbacks that got JV time for us. And a lot on defense will return. Most of our secondary will come back. And we'll probably return 6 or 7 kids that played a ton on defense this year. So we're excited about that. And got, like I said, a lot of sophomores that contributed. So you got kids that we're going to have for the next 2 years. And so we're excited about that. And got a few freshmen we're excited about too. That group, didn't win a ton of games. I think they won 3 or 4 games, but a lot of size in that group. So we're excited about that, especially defensively. So there's a lot to look forward to and brighter days, to come. So a lot of things to be thankful for.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Congratulate you on another fine job at Smyrna High School. Matt Williams, appreciate it, and best of luck to you.
All right, thanks, Dan.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, family owned and operated since 1977. Get the best service with Prentice Allsup Heating and Air online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr.